Well, Ronan, I was going to say here we are in the sunshine, but it's just disappeared behind that really small cloud. What is going to be a really warm weekend here at Brands Hatch? Housekeeping done in that opening session, and a few little bits for you to work on.
A few? Yeah, a little bit of housekeeping. Yeah, not how you want to roll out for a weekend, but yeah, it's only FP1, we'll get there.
You put the car away at Donington, having learnt quite a lot about it and found some speed in there. So has the negativity fairy been in the garage and done something to the car between there and here?
Yeah, really strange. We had front end problems and rear end problems, and couple those together, it's a disaster. Yeah. So obviously we're severely lacking straight line speed too. No qualms about that, which will make it really hard to claw back any of the time. Set up, driving the wheels off it like I did at Donington. Still surprised that I did put it P5, because when it came to race day, we were mega through the corners and I would lose a car length to everyone on the straights. So what can you do? Here, it's not quite as top end heavy here, but there was cars around me on the circuit there with the close nature of Brands Hatch, and same thing again. We had our setup issues, that's fine. Sort those out. The straight line deficit is still going to be there.
Yeah. So there's work to do. You're in a long conversation with the engineers. I mean, you give your feedback and they look at the data, and between those two bits of information, they have to try and find a solution, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. And I work really well with my engineer. We really hit the spot at Donington. That's all we could do, and no more than that. And the lack of the deficit to where we were then and where we are now isn't going to change in setup. We're all doing our best here. It just makes it really quite tough, but there's no doubt that we'll be able to half time deficit of where we are right now just in the setup, which is good. It puts us in some sort of a mix. It's really tight round here. A tenth will be a few positions that'll be covered by. So yeah, we're working really well, and like I said, FP2 we should be much closer to it.
Yeah, we'll keep our fingers crossed for that. Just finally, there's new surface on about half of the lap here, and it's going to be warm, and once again we find ourselves talking about the impact of tyres, don't we?
Yeah, we do. To be fair, with how the first session was, I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference if the track was resurfaced or not. But it looks nice and shiny, and it's going to be about 8 degrees hotter in peak sunlight, I think, because it's so black. But we'll see what happens.
Well, I hope you have a good weekend. You've got that usual positive smile on your face. So the best for this weekend. Well done.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.